Hey everyone, so I am going to do another eye look tutorial. This one is using the Too Faced Romantic Eye Palette, which I recommended, I think, in one of my monthly favorites, and a couple people let me know that they bought it, so I thought it would be fun to do a look since some people already had it. The colors that I'm really using are down here at the bottom. I really love this green, so that's going to be a main player in the look, and I'm also going to use this one up here for the highlight. So if you don't have this palette and you're looking for a drugstore alternative, Sarah from Sarah with an H was telling me that her monthly favorite for May was the Comfort Zone palette, which I own but I haven't used yet. So I pulled that out and I just noticed that a lot of the colors were really similar in this palette. So you could use this and this green and this this is an interesting like green brownish color, and then this for the dark color that we're using in the tutorial. So you can follow along with either or. The eyeliner that I'm using is from Urban Decay. I like this one a lot because it's really easily smudgeable. So I don't have a drugstore alternative, but I can, let me look through my collection. If I find something, I will put that down below. All right, that is it. So let's go ahead and get started into the tutorial. Okay, so right now I have my eye primed with the Palladio eyeshadow primer. And now all I'm gonna do is take the shadow palette and go pick up a little bit of Bouquet Toss, which is right down here at the bottom. And it is just a matte kind of vanilla shade, and just take that onto a little rounded brush. And all we're doing is just laying a base. And this is just gonna help us when we lay some darker colors on later, blend it all together. Okay, so now that we have that done, we're just gonna take just a regular old eyeshadow brush, whatever you have, and we're going to pick up some of my favorite in the palette, which is the Honeymoon, and that's down at the bottom, and that's this really sparkly green one. So we're going to pack this on. We kind of want it to be intense. This is going to be, everything else is going to be pretty neutral about the eye, except this inner corner. So feel free to go back and get a little bit more and blend it just up into the crease. I really like this shade, it's really pretty. Okay, next thing we're gonna do is take, out of the two Essence of Beauty brushes from CVS, we're gonna take the bigger one, and we're gonna go down, right next to that green is a shimmery brown, and it's called Ever After. We're gonna pick up some of that, and we're going to bring it onto the outer half of the eyelid, and also up into the crease. And we want to take this up pretty high as you're comfortable with, because we have one more shade. So remember to look back over at your other eye just to make sure. It does seem a little bit dark right now, but we are going to blend this out. So, and don't forget to come down here, down onto your lid, and blend into that green. So it's not a harsh line, it's just pretty transferring, transitioning from one color to the next. So once you're happy with how the shape is, we're gonna take that same fluffy brush that we used in the beginning and just make tiny little circles and blend out those edges. Okay, once we're happy with that, we're gonna take that same brush and we're gonna go to the shimmery vanilla shade in the palette called Soulmates. And this is just really pretty for our highlight. So we're gonna take this right underneath the brow bone. And then any I have left, I'm just gonna bring it down here and blend that in with that brown. Okay, so for the eyeliner, I'm going to be using, this one is called Whiskey from Urban Decay. You can really use any brown eyeliner you want to, but just make sure it's one that's really soft, because we're not going for a harsh liner look. We're going for really kind of smudgy and smoky. So I'm gonna take this, and I'm only going a little bit further than halfway. And I'm just gonna bring this kind of up and do a little bit of a flip. And it does not have to be perfect at all because we are going to smudge this all out. Okay, so once we have that, we're gonna go to the Essence of Beauty set, but this time we're gonna take the smaller one. And we're going to go to the matte brown shade in the palette up there in the top corner. It's called Unveil. And pick a little bit of that up on our brush and just run over that. And when we get out here to this corner, we're just going to blend it in. We don't even want to notice that it's really eyeliner. We want it to just kind of transition into the eyeshadow look. So we're going to bring this, and once we get that so it's starting to blend, we're going to start pulling that right into the crease, but not going as high as we went with that lighter shimmery brown shade. So don't forget to look back over at your other eye and just make sure that not only the shape, but that the color intensity is the same. Okay, I'm happy with that. So now I'm gonna go back. If you can't tell, this is my favorite brush. I used to think brushes didn't really matter in that. Why did people, you know, pay so much for fancy MAC brushes? But you don't need to spend a lot of money, but different brushes really do help the blending process. So I'm gonna go back in, and now we're just gonna blend those two, the darker brown and the lighter brown together. So we're still getting some intensity, but it's gonna be just really pretty. Okay, the last step, we're gonna go back to that teeny and just clean off this one and clean it off if it still has any of that brown. And I love that green shade so much that I'm just gonna bring it down on my lower lash line. So all the way in. And this color is so pretty and shimmery, it's just gonna catch the light and not be too much, but just add a really pretty pop of color. Okay, so that is the eyeshadow look. I'm going to add some mascara, and then I'll be back with you to tell you what I used on my face. Okay everyone, so this is the finished look. It is still natural, you know, using lots of browns and the vanilla type colors. The green, while still like a neutral, I consider, it has that shimmer which really adds something to it. And taking the color up a little bit higher adds a little bit more drama, so this is a nice daytime. So on my cheeks, I have, this is a combination that I really love. This is an NYC Blushable Cream Stick. This one is in Big Apple Blush. So I have that, and then topping that off, I have one from e.l.f., and this is Tickled Pink. So that's what I have on my cheeks. On my lips, I used one of the NYX Jumbo Lip Pencils. This one is very well loved, which is why it looks a little crazy, but this is in fuchsia. And I do think that NYX should pay me to name their products because it is far from fuchsia, kind of a neutral with just a little bit of pink in it. And then for just a little bit of shine and shimmer, I just put a little bit of NARS Orgasm Lip Gloss just right here in the bottom of my lip. So I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment or email me. Thanks, have a good day.